respectful, responsible, and honest individual. If you took a moment, you should do this every day and reflect on your successes. You would have to pat yourself on the back. You would have to say, I made it. 100 days, I made it. What an accomplishment. What an accomplishment indeed it is for a young boy or girl to have so gracefully displayed some of the characteristic traits of a successful and responsible adult. The past year has been somewhat of a roller coaster ride, hasn't it? Close your eyes and envision the school year coming to an end. The coronavirus is long gone. School year coming to an end. The coronavirus is long gone. You are taking a family trip to your favorite amusement park. What's the name of that amusement park? What's the name of that roller coaster? Well, mine is Six Flags Great Adventure and the renowned Kingdom Ka. For those who know, Kingdom Ka, that ride begins with a soul-cringing blast-off from 0 to 128 miles per hour in a jaw-dropping 3.5 seconds. Actually, there won't even be time for your jaw to drop. You'll be shooting up that incredible height, so you won't even have time to think. Just as you get to the top of that paperclip, you'll be plummeting right back down in a 270-degree spiral that is recommended, not art. There's very little you can do to prepare for that intensity. Happy 100 days to the primary school. Happy 100 days to the intermediate school. Happy 100 days to the middle school. Happy 100 days to the Collegiate Academy scholars. Know that your teachers, your parents, your guardians, and the membership of the Trenton Branch NAACP are very, very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your powerful words. Again, a dedicated son of Trenton. Now, we will go to our next person, Mr. Reggie James. Mr. Reggie James is a successful sophomore at the HBCU Coppin State. In high school, Reggie was an all-around athlete, but more than athlete, he was a great person and a dedicated learner, which has put him in a position to be where he is now. Let's please all welcome Mr. Reggie James.
I appreciate that. Good morning, everybody. My name is Reggie James, born and raised from Trenton, New Jersey. And growing up, a hero that I probably had would be Mr. Terrence Stokes. He was one of my football coaches growing up, and he always just instilled in me to believe in myself and really always go out there and put everything on the table. Terrence Stokes, he was like the president of the Trenton Tornado football team. And yeah, he just was always there for me growing up. I met him at the age of probably like 10 or 11 years old. And ever since then, he just was always around to keep me on the right path, making sure I was good, whether it was off the field or on the field. And he just took care of me. Sure.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. James. I appreciate that. Students, make sure you're looking at these young men because they walked the same areas that you walked and did everything the same as you, and they're successful. And we know that you could be successful also. So let's move on to our next person. Mr. Jair Brown is a senior at Penn State. He has a current GPA of a 3.5. We want snap for that. That's what I'm talking about. He was born and raised in the city of Trenton and understands that hard work and dedication will help you accomplish anything. Let's all welcome Mr. Jair Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing great. So I'm Jair Brown. I'm a football player at Penn State. And yes, I do have a 3.5 GPA. But I always wasn't the smartest guy in the room. I always wasn't the brightest guy. Unfortunately, I didn't go to Penn State right out of high school. I had to take junior college route, which I went there, and that's where I excelled in school at. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I was always a guy who was lazy at first. I didn't get it done on time, and I just wasn't doing the right things growing up. But when life hit me and that reality hit me that I wasn't going straight to Penn State out of high school and I had to take the junior route, I began to make sacrifices and dedicate myself into school. So I always lived by 3 core values. That was hard work ethic, positive attitude, and sacrifice. I feel as if you use those 3 core values, you can get anywhere in life. If you put the work in, you got that right attitude, and you sacrifice, because everybody here sacrificed something in their life to be where they're at today. Everybody sacrificed something. And what I sacrificed, was time with my friends, time with my family, fun. I sacrificed fun, all to be here, because I'd rather work now and enjoy life later. Growing up in Trenton, New Jersey, I had a special guy, he was a hero to me. It was Coach Jamar Booker. Jamar Booker, he was a police officer for Trenton, New Jersey, and it was just the things that he didn't have to do that he did for me that made him very special. This is not a family member, this is not a close friend, this is a coach at first, so now he become family because of the sacrifices he made for me. Coach Jamar Booker was taking me to his house, having me work, at his desk, helping me with school, reading books, and teaching me life lessons, A family guy as well. He's there for me to this day. He's always at the games. He always shoot me motivational text messages. And I just want to give a special thanks to him, because you don't really find too many genuine people in life like that. People that will sacrifice anything for you just to see you be successful. So a special shout out to Coach Jamar Booker, and I always tell people we need more people like him in our city because, of the things that's going on. But growing up in Trenton, New Jersey, please, you just have to be willing to be your own person. A lot of people in the city, they will just follow around. A lot of people in the city follow around other people.
Okay, fine. All right.
They will follow other people, and they will be getting out of their own ways and stuff just to entertain these people. Be yourself, stay motivated, and concentrate on what you want to do in life, because it is possible to make it from that city, and I am a testament to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. The snaps to that. I hope everybody was listening. The feedback. All right. So let's move on. Next is Mr. Edward Bullock. Mr. Bullock is the president of the Board of Trustees of Trenton Literacy Movement, Incorporated. He is dedicated to helping inner city youth learn to read so they can read to learn. He recently retired from L'Oreal as a vice president, diversity and inclusion, after 25 years with the world's largest beauty company. In his position with L'Oreal, Bullock reported directly to the president and CEO and served on the L'Oreal USA Executive Committee. He was selected as one of the top 100 Blacks in corporate America by Black Professionals Magazine and was named one of the top executives in diversity by Black Enterprise Magazine. Please, let's all welcome Mr. Bullock. Mr. Bullock, brother, I need you to unmute yourself.
How's that? Huh? That better?
Sounds great.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much for the introduction. I'm so pleased to be on this call. I recognize a few folks on this call, some that I've mentored and some that I've watched grow into adulthood. And congratulations to my son and certainly to Les Samuel. A big shout out for the president of the local NAACP and everyone that's on this call. We were asked to talk about some of our heroes. And certainly growing up for me, my parents were my heroes, as was my big brother. They call him Bootsy. And he made sure that nothing happened to me on my way to school and on my way home. And some of you who have big brothers might be able to relate to that. But then there was my teacher, Miss Mary Ann, who believed in me. And if I got the answer wrong, she would tell me to try harder. And sometimes she would give me clues to help me get it right. But I remember my high school basketball coach who made me practice and practice and then practice some more. And it paid off because we won the state championship. And I learned a valuable lesson. Once a task is just begun, never leave it till it's done. Some of you know this. Be the labor great or small. Do it well or not at all. And certainly later in life, Dr. King was a hero of mine. And he taught me if you cannot be the sun, then be a star, but be the best at whatever you are. And he also taught me to stand for what is right. Many of us have heroes. And certainly at Foundation Academy, there are quite a few heroes as well, like David Sr., who gets up early and drives that bus to make sure the kids get to school on time. And then there's Miss Michelle in the cafeteria, who provides a healthy lunch. And don't forget the custodial staff, who often forget the fact that they're also heroes, like David Jr. and Miss Amalia and Miss Iris, and those in the high school as well. There are many superheroes, and if you haven't had a chance to, I recommend that you get the book by one of our favorite folks, Madam Vice President. We all know her, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. Her book's entitled Superheroes Are Everywhere, and she gives us a superhero code, and I'll leave you with this code. I will make someone feel special. I will be someone people can count on. And y'all can repeat after me. I will help someone. Mayor, I don't hear you repeating. I will help someone not to be afraid, but to be brave. Come on, let's Junior join in with me. I will stand for what is right. I will be a best friend. I will be a good teacher. I will be kind. I will explore with friends, new places, maybe even go to the Camden Aquarium. I will study and work hard. I will protect those who need it whenever I can. I will make a difference whenever I can. I will be the very best me that I can be. I will be a superhero. You wait and see. I will be the very best that I can be. Thank you as you celebrate your 100th day. So glad to be on this call. Wish I could be with you in person, but that too will happen as soon as we get rid of this virus. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Mr. Bullock, thank you so much for those powerful words. And that was actually a great introduction for our next and last speaker. So last but not least, we have our mayor of Trenton, Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed, I'm sorry. Hold up. Mr. Reed's ambition and dedication to improving the conditions of Trenton are astounding. Let's please all welcome Mr. Reed.
Thanks so much, Mr. Williams and Mr. Bullock and Les and all the honored guests. It's great to hear distinguished alumni from Trenton and doing well out in college. Today is actually a really good day to think about what you want to do for the rest of your life, because there's a lot of snow out there. People are cooped up. And instead of just watching TV, you should think or read a book or help out your parents in the house. But the most important job today is a meteorologist. If you watch the news, you'll see everybody looking at the glow on their faces when they talk about how important it is, the weather conditions in our world. And the sportscaster thought today was important because the MLB is reducing their playing season from 162 games to 154 games. But every day you touch upon about 1,000 careers or more. Just think of the toothpaste that you use today. You need a food scientist, a product tester, a package engineer, a package designer, consumer behavioral analyst, assembly line worker, compliance manager, packaging buyer. And there's so many careers that you could achieve out there. And there's so many different subjects to learn. And that's what school is all about, to open your eyes to all the possibility. I know Eric Bullock is probably kicking himself that he didn't buy Bitcoin in the stock market back in 2010. It was 6 cents. Bitcoin is a digital coin. You can't physically hold it. And in 2010, it was worth 6 cents. Today, it's worth $37,000. So if you bought $100 of Bitcoin in 2010, you'd have $28 million today. So the people who had captured the imagination, the people who look for that unusual product to invest in, to envision, are the ones who are successful. So always think outside the box. Look to see where your imagination takes you, and do what you dream of, because there's endless possibilities. Foundation Academy is one of those that shapes people for the rest of their lives and captures the imagination. So take advantage of your school, take advantage of your teachers, take advantage of the Bullocks, because they have been able to open the world of possibilities for everyone out there. Have a great day. Stay safe. Don't drive in the snow, and be healthy, and capture the imagination. God bless.
Thank you so much to all the presenters. I'll now turn it over to Mr. Bullock. Eric, turning it over to you.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that's come on today. Yep. Turning it over to you. All right. Everybody can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Next up, we'll have Miss Corinne Francis. And Corinne, I'm ready. We're ready. Let's go.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to our teachers, our scholars, to all of our guests. Thank you for coming out and just speaking very encouraging words to our students, to our families, to our teachers. It's really important to hear from our community. So we really appreciate you, especially the young people that spoke this morning. I'm not going to say a lot. I just want to talk to our everyday heroes who are our parents. We want to just say thank you for what you make happen every day. And we share in this celebration of this 100th day of school with you more than probably ever, because you share the time with us. You've partnered with us. You've become our co-teachers. And I know it's not been an easy feat by any means. I understand it as an educator, but I also understand it as a parent. I have 3 students who currently attend Foundation Academy, 2 in the primary school. 1 is a 12th grader at our high school. And my oldest daughter just started her first year of college this year. So I understand the time, the energy, sometimes the frustration, trying to navigate between, really focusing on your job and your responsibilities in your home, along with, working with your student and their teachers to try to make this as normal as possible, which we know it's not. Just to our parents, we know that this has not been an easy year in your own personal lives. Unfortunately, we've had loss of family members and loved ones. I know you've had to sacrifice your time. Some of you had to sacrifice your jobs because of having to stay home with your children. You've had to sacrifice a lot of your energy. And even those special moments, sometimes I don't think are always thought about, like not being able to see your child maybe graduate from kindergarten. And I'm speaking personally, be able to be there and see my last child walk across that little stage for kindergarten move up day, or 2nd grade move up day, or 5th grade move up day, or 8th grade graduation, or even 12th grade graduation, prom, all of those things I think sometimes get forgotten about those moments that we as parents really look forward to and cherish as much as our students. So I just wanted to say, be encouraged, that we are here fighting along the good fight with you. Thank you for partnering with us. Thank you for believing in us as a school and helping us. We could not navigate this pandemic without you, and we appreciate you. We're thankful for you, and you are definitely our heroes. And please just know that from the bottom of our heart. Happy 100th day of school from Foundation Academy.
Awesome. That was amazing. Oh, man, perfect. All right, Shay, you're up. Let's do it.
Hello, community. My name is Shay Lightfoot. I'm the leader of student culture for our middle school campus. And before we close out our 100th day celebration, I would like to introduce a guest speaker, one of our students at Foundation Collegiate Academy, Anira Lopez Edge.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Anira Lopez Edge, and I'm a sophomore at Foundation Collegiate Academy. I was asked to speak about how I'm holding up during the pandemic with online classes and my hero. Online classes, it's all right, but I'm managing because there's always obstacles, but the most important part is how you get over those obstacles. And something I use in the Google Classroom account, there's something called to do. There's a to do section, and like I use that section to see what work there is due for the day, or if I miss work, I would turn that work in, and it's important to contact your teacher afterwards so that you can let them know that you did the work, whether you get the credit or not, because it's all about succeeding now. And my hero is my mom, because she raised me on her own up until the age of 9. That's when she met my stepdad, and he's doing an amazing job helping her. But she's my hero because I've always seen her struggle, but I never seen her give up. And that's like really important to me, because she's like the most important, like the only female in my life. And it was hard growing up without a father, but she managed to do both jobs, and we love her, and I'm really thankful for her. And all my staff, like all the staff and teachers and students who have helped me out during the year, I'm thankful for you guys too.
Thank you, Anira, for sharing your testimony on acknowledging your mother as your own personal superhero. So I first want to thank our school community for participating in our 100th day celebration. I would like to thank our guest speakers, Mayor Gusora, Mr. Somiel, Mr. Brown, Mr. James. I would also like to thank Mrs. Francis for speaking on behalf of not only a staff member, but also a foundation parent, to Mr. Williams for being a master of ceremony, and last but not least, to Mr. Bullock for organizing this event. So thank you everyone for coming out. Mr. Bullock, I don't know if you have any other closing words, but thank you for joining us in celebrating our 100th day of school. Happy 100th day of school, everyone. Mrs. Francis.
All right, that's it. Thank you so much for joining us. Another year. It's been a blast just today with all our speakers. I encourage you to continue to be the best person you can be every day. Put the work in and you will be successful. All right? Peace.